Aloha from Hawaii. I thought I'd take the opportunity to give you a video recording so we can personalize the online course beyond just the narrated PowerPoints and emails and Blackboard that we've been exchanging. I've read all of the postings that you've made as of, this is Tuesday about noon my time, that you've made for the first discussion question. I have to tell you I'm quite impressed with the critical thinking that I'm seeing out of all of you. And I'll have more on that after I finished reading all of the inputs plus your secondary responses to them. But let's talk a little bit about TSDM-4. The core of TSDM-4 is to look at the current and especially the likely future global security environment to determine what are likely to be the key challenges for the United States and the world in the next couple of decades. This session serves as a nice introduction to many of the broad issues that will show up later in our specific combatant commander regions in August. For example, the trend toward urbanization is a global trend, but is also a prominent trend in PACOM and SOUTHCOM and presents a number of unique security challenges. Demographic changes are everywhere on the globe, though different for different regions. This session relates to many subsequent sessions in the course. Specific issues are relevant for all geographic regional sessions. Overarching themes apply to all the strategy-related sessions, with obvious follow-on application for the defense resource allocation, force planning, and other tools sessions. The reality is that future security challenges will come from all kinds of sources and trends, some of which may only be vaguely predictable. Moreover, some threats will emanate from state actors, particularly with regard to classic geopolitical competition, while others will come from non-state actors, for example, terrorists and transnational criminals. We'll get more into detail regarding state and non-state actors next week. In some cases, security threats will arise from natural processes or broad megatrends, such as discussed in the NIC 2030 publication. It may be the case that military planners will plan for Scenario A, but in fact be tasked to address Scenario B when the real-world threats actually evolve. Global Trends 2030 is a great document that provides a catalog of likely futures. Many, though not all, of the issues are captured in the attached slide deck. It is a more broadly developed process document that also does a nice job exploring the concept of human security. As you read the assigned sections, ask yourself, are some key drivers of the international security environment in the 21st century? In other words, perhaps population trends, energy, climate, geopolitical, transnational crime, pandemics, or water and food security. Once you complete the readings, reflect back on recent events in the international security environment. For example, Russia's annexation of Crimea, Chinese increased aggressive tactics in the Western Pacific Ocean area regarding territorial claims, Japan's initiative to modify its constitution, and European elections, to name a few, and how they may or may not relate to the issues, challenges, and trends in NIC 2030. I really think you'll enjoy this session, and I really think you're going to enjoy theater security decision making. Again, in closing, I want to commend you for taking your time to get your Joint Professional Military Education Phase 1 certification, and thank you for serving our country. I'm looking forward to working with you the rest of the year. Have a good day.